R.I.P. the Pope. Alright, anyways. Oh, I'm recording. Alright. Don't mind me. I'm a bit sick. I got some mucus built up on me. That's why I haven't really done much in the last couple of days. Anyways, I sound like I'm on like my hospice care. Anyways, I decided to, I'll make this a series or something called R1GO Rants or something like that. So, as of late, I just, it seems like each month people see, a content creator or a live streamer, a kick streamer, wherever the hell you got people watch their content nowadays. Always that famous word, allegations and grooming. And always when I see it, of course, it rightfully gets the attention it deserves. The person gets, annihilated or blah blah blah, right? Or they focus on them and then they move on with their whatever the next rage subject is. Because I really don't see any follow up to any of these, content creators that do these like monstrous things, right? Either they're still posting on YouTube, what's his name? That one guy, Onision. The whole internet was against him, and that guy's still posting this day. And so much more. I can name so many more people that they focused on them for 24 hours and then they just went on. But of course, they have no audience anymore. But I mean, they're roaming freely, doing God knows what. They still have somewhat of a fan base. Like anything in life, no matter what the fuck you do, there's still gonna be people that are supporting you from behind for some reason. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. Don't know. So recently, what been brought to my attention is this live streamer. There he is, Emiru, whatever her name is. So apparently, what I heard, this is what it says. I saw it on Reddit. Um, Shout out to r/Playboy Cardi. I got the news from this. I'm like, it's like okay, so this I don't know if this is Emiru. I don't know if it's the victim. I don't know who. I'm not too familiar with who the hell. I know it's OTK. OTK is a bunch of cunts. I heard talentless group. I heard, but anyways, OTK's Emiru accused of Bonby Bonkers, 17 while 23. That's their self rights pedophilia, right? I don't know if this is her, but let's see the video. I'll shut up for a minute.
How old was she? She was like, actually, she was like 23, and we started getting like flirty and like touchy when I was 17. And
Ooh,
just
it's that example. Why the fuck we need to choose who we make people famous? And I don't get what it is with the modern era of content creators. Why is it so fucking hard? You're famous. You can get like literally any celebrity, adult, that have like from the looks from 1 to 10, but you go for a fucking Cartoon Network demographic children. How is that fucking hard? Like I don't get the psychology behind it. I don't get it. I'll go to the grave not knowing why some people do what they do, but fuck, man, you're literally a famous celebrity. You can get fucking anybody. Of course, over the age of 21, but fucking sakes, this person can't even can't even register to get a bank account without needing a proper adult's permission.
23 at the time.
Like, I guess all power to her to being confident. I don't know how big this Bombi Bunkers is, but at least to bring it to light. But let's hear what she has to say.
I'm sorry I gotta go through that. I'm just like annoyed that I realized it so late because I spent so long like defending this girl, and I thought like she was a victim too. And in some cases, yeah, but it's like, why would you?
That's called getting groomed. That's called you're basically that's what it is. That's how grooming works, right? The the adult, that's clearly the victim right there, as we can see with our two beady eyes for the people watching this. of course, let's doing displaying the not symptoms, but the the aftermath of being in a relationship with someone who's fully an adult while the person's a minor. Just saying, oh, well, I was defending her. I'm not too sure if it was. She seems like she's the victim. That's that's how they get you. That's how they make you stay silent. Anyways,
Like why? I don't know. And it took me a long time too because it's like, you know how people can be when it comes to like girls versus guys doing weird shit? Girls get away with a lot of stuff. And I'm being like, for real, girls get away with a lot of shit. Because it's like, oh, well, it's a girl. You know, girls are like inherently innocent, right? No.
that is very true. I think what happened with what's his name? Call Me Carson. I think that happened exactly the same as Call Me Carson. If I remember correctly, I remember he was literally like 19 and that the same age as this person. And the whole internet just annihilated the guy. I think it was his own friend group, if I remember correctly, at the top of my head. The same friend group took him down just because he was still a teen. They're both teens. I mean, there's people. I remember in high school, I remember seeing 12th graders dating freaking grade 9ers and 8s. I mean, it's fucking weird, but, it's just like, it's a 2 year gap. Well, this is a major gap, right? But still, they said that they were getting physical, which is, I mean, and that what she said, latching onto that point, they get away. I'm not surprised. Of course, this will probably haunt her for the rest of her online career. I don't know how long these careers for streamers last and stuff and all the things of that nature, but yeah, see, the Gooners, their fan base are defending it. I mean, we can tell by the what is that? Okay, anyways, but yeah, we know her fan base, I guess, just by those two accounts. It's true. What she said is true. That all these, like, especially if it's a male, let's just reverse the genders. Let's say Mira was a man. Her entire crew would be gone within like 24 hours. Amazon Prime levels of come and go, gone. But for her, who knows? Well, I don't know what'll happen next. But it's just an example. People need to stop idolizing content creators in this current day and age. It's not how they were back in like 2010 and the mid 2000s, where there was actually genuine people just wanting to make genuine content because they don't want to see the stuff that TVs are putting up and stuff, right? But even though now it's happening, the content creation now, the Hollywoodification of crap, that's a whole other subject. But people just need to stop idolizing YouTubers and streamers, especially streamers. I mean, a lot of their backgrounds, they're not. Some of them never worked a 9 to 5. Some of them don't even know the concept of reality. I'm surprised some of them even own a driver's license. But anyways, let's continue.
Now, I even remember one of my friends was straight up like, dude, like she just like groomed you, like what? And I was like, I don't know. I feel like I kind of like glitched. I was like, what? That's not possible. She's a girl. But no, it's possible. I think it's weird.
And you could tell she's looking a bit distressed. But I mean, breaking news at 10, ladies and gentlemen. A woman can be just as bad as men.
So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it because it's just again, it's like a really weird situation. So, I don't know. I feel like, and I also just can't say anything. Really, I can't just outright say it because, you know, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, damn, how did we get on this topic? Anyway, let me put my horn back on.
People are getting taken into account. But yeah, they're the good. Yeah, see, there you go. Call Me Carson. Similar. Yeah, that's the shitty part. As I said, never look up to your content creators. I mean, you guys can watch them free will. There's celebrities, A-list celebrities who've done shitty stuff, and they're still getting opportunities in movies and music. blah 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 until I don't know they catch a RICO case like Diddy or something. Well, let's hear XQC's opinion.
like initial reaction of like seeing reaction to this and seeing whatever it's like a guy accusation, and people go, "Oh my god, whoa! This guy did what? Yo, police, police!" And then I click the clip over here. I start reading the chat. Me next, me next. Who cares? Legal age 17 in this state. It's like, dude, what? Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Like,
I mean, he does make a big point, but he did a stream with Drake, if I remember correctly. But he made a valid point. But we'll see how it unfolds. But all I can say, people need to stop looking up to modern day content creators, because at the end of the day, these fuckers are just as bad as like what the correction center holds. Some of them probably have done stuff and they haven't come to light yet because they're NDAs or whatever the hell they use now in this day and age. But anyways, this is we'll look into more. This is just random crap. I think Emma Frost, more like Emma Groomer. Anyways, that's all I can say at this time. I mean, this is probably just a unfiltered rant. Can't say much, but yeah. Thank you for watching, I guess. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye. Stop liking Twitch streamers, ladies and gentlemen. They're not good people. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Bye.